Welcome to Synthetic Oil Protection. I'm your host Eben, and today we're in my 1959 Cadillac DeVille 6329 series. This is the four-door sedan DeVille, and well, we're gonna cruise the strip right now. Look, we're on Las Vegas Boulevard right here. Take a look. So this is it. Buckle up, put your shoes and socks on, and get ready to run. We're gonna cruise the whole entire strip all the way down. Right now everything's closed down, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Let's do it. So we're coming up on downtown. Downtown Fremont is coming up here on the right, and I actually used to do close-up magic on Fremont Street. I used to have a lot of fun entertaining people, doing all kinds of sleight of hand, stuff like that. I'll show you a little something. You name it. I used to do magic on Fremont. Did it for about 2 years. Had a lot of fun, and just a blast, you know. Love entertaining people, you know, doing entertainment, magic, sleight of hand, a little bit of comedy. So there's Fremont. And now we're coming on down more, and we are headed south. So behind us is all downtown area, and we're gonna just continue down. They're doing a lot of construction, so they're gonna be really stepping it up. I'm sure they're gonna redo the roads because it's very low volume, very little traffic, and yeah, it'll be really cool. So we're gonna keep rolling down. We got a lot of the big downtown buildings. We got Chase Bank up here on the right. The courthouse is on the right, up a block, and a lot of government buildings. All kinds of government. And Las Vegas here is at 2,001 feet above sea level. And the first casino was the Golden Gate Casino. And you might be wondering why I know all this stuff. I used to drive cab, and I used to drive Uber and Lyft, and I used to give people a whole ride and give them the whole experience. So the Golden Gate Casino was 1904, I'm sorry. 1914 is when Jack LaLanne was born, I'm sorry. 1904 is the Golden Gate Casino, and that's when it started back there. And that's on Fremont Street if you ever get a chance to visit. And now we got the famous Pawn Star, open 24 hours, Pawn Stars. And if you ever get a chance to check that place out, they have a very little amount of stuff, but inside, back in this big building, they got millions of dollars of watches and all kinds of stuff they keep in there. But what's on display is very little. But you'll be surprised what they have in the back. It's amazing, the actual amount of stuff they have there. So that's the world famous Pawn Stars. Some new construction they're doing. They're doing some new containers and stuff. They have a container park downtown. And now we're rolling up on some local apartment buildings to the right. Those are all locals that live there. You can buy those per unit. And that. And what I do on this channel, if you're new to my channel, is I help people take care of their vehicles. So I've saved people a little over $2 million on engines, transmissions, by changing all the fluids. This vehicle, if you're new to the channel, I actually changed all the fluids on this car, and I have a whole playlist on my 59 Cadillac. And this is an investment for me, and I love sharing it with the channel and sharing it with all different types of people. So up here in the corner, I'll go ahead and stick a video playlist to all the fluid changes I've done on this little angel. So take a look at the mileage we got on her. We got, what, 120,000 miles on her, and that's good. And up here on the right, that big tower is called Stratosphere, and the Stratosphere, I believe, is 1,100 feet, and that is the highest casino in Las Vegas, and it's also one of the lowest qualities, believe it or not. It's a really inexpensive, cheap casino. You'd be surprised, but you'd think a big casino that's that high, you'd think it'd be higher end, but it's very inexpensive. You can stay there for next to nothing per night. Coming this way, this is the east side of Vegas. If you go down Charleston Boulevard, you'll see Charleston up here. That is a road that goes about 15 miles. And if you go to the right, you'll go west. And if you go to the left, you go east. And that's pretty much where we're at. We're still on Las Vegas Boulevard, and we're gonna keep cruising the boulevard all the way down to the big strip properties. They're all closed down right now. So we'll go ahead and we'll show you that. And you can see all the construction they're doing. Really, really cool to see them taking care of these roads and dealing with a lot of the cracks. Right up in here, there's a lot of uproots where all these palm trees are to the left, and all those uproots were actually bubbling the blacktop, and there was a lot of bumps in there, and it's good that they're finally addressing that and taking care of it. And all through here, you have a lot of little wedding chapels. This is the #1 state for weddings in the United States. People are getting married all the time. And I think there's also something with the ability to get divorced here. You can get divorced very quick or something like that. You'd have to look it up. But a lot of people run to Vegas to get divorced. And then you got race drivers like this guy. In Las Vegas, you got a lot of people that love to race. They race pickup trucks, and they race all different types of vehicles. And this is the highest insurance of almost anywhere in the country. So I had 3 accidents here that weren't my fault, and those were back to back in 1 year. So lots of accidents, a lot of careless drivers. It's really interesting around here, but a lot of people love racing, and it's great, but it's not good when there's an accident. But yeah, this is Oakey Boulevard. This is a famous diner right here, White Cross Drug. The White Cross Drug is a famous liquor mart, and that's been there for, I'm gonna guess, probably 50 years. And really, really cool place there. And what else? Still lots of wedding chapels. Coming up to some apartment buildings up here on the left. Some of these high rises are pretty old, and those are where a lot of locals live and stay. There's a lot of working girls and a lot of different types of people that like the high rises for the security. They like that because you can't just show up at their door. So that's a nice part. When I used to drive Uber and Lyft and cab driving, I used to drop off there a lot. And you just never know who you're going to pick up. You know, driving cab in Vegas is definitely a unique experience. And we're getting the Cadillac dialed in. She's idling pretty darn good. We're going to be testing some new spark plugs today. That'll be another video coming up. But I figured while we have the opportunity, while the kitty cat's running good, you can take a look at the tail fins behind us. You can see what she looks like, the back seats and everything. And so it's a good time to run the strip and get a good look at everything. And now we are coming up on the West Gate. The West Gate used to be Las Vegas Hilton. And that is where Elvis used to play. Elvis used to play at the Hilton a lot, and now they call it the Westgate Hotel. Really cool magician friend, Jen Kramer. She does a great magic show if you ever get to Vegas. She is the best female magician that I'm aware of that's in town, and she's always doing magic over there. And she's got a great style to her, so I definitely recommend you check out that show. It's called Jen Kramer Show at the Westgate. To the old Sahara here. This is the Sahara, but they changed its name a couple times, but now they named it back to the Sahara again. So that's really, really cool that they did that. And Walgreens, this is one of the biggest Walgreens in the United States, right here. That's a 24-hour Walgreens. I could only imagine the numbers. I mean, they're probably doing, I don't know, on a Saturday in the summer with high volume, would say they're probably doing $500,000 a week of products there. So, I mean, it's crazy. The number of drop-offs, how many times I've taken people there is unbelievable, and how many people go there and walk there, and just unheard of. This whole parking lot, when it's busy, is totally full. This is a huge gift shop, souvenir. Lots of really, really cheapies. Lots of cheap little novelties, knickknacks, paddywhacks, plastic toys, t-shirts, all kinds of memorabilia. And that parking lot is usually entirely full. You can't even find a parking space in there. That's how busy that usually is. And then we're getting ready to start rolling again. And coming up on one of the #1 casinos in the world is the Wynn properties. The Wynn and Encore are owned by Steve Wynn, and he is one of the original casino pioneers of Las Vegas. He really created this bourgeoisie, the bigger is better, very high-end gaming experience. And the Wynn and Encore, they do about $900 million a year in casino gaming, and about what is it? No, 900 million in casino gaming, and about 1.1 billion in non-gaming. So that's day spa, restaurant, golf course. Costs $500 to play a round of golf at the Wynn and Encore if you're not a local. If you're a local, it costs about, I think, $250 to $300. So that's just an idea of what it costs. Coming up on Soikas. This is an old schmuck hotel, very, very dirty. It was loved for years, but it keeps getting dirtier. This is one of the cheapest hotels in the city. A lot of families come here, and they keep using the casino as much as they can. They're getting as much mileage out of it as they can before they blow it up and redo it. But the Circus, I think that sucker's been plowing for, I'm going to say, 30, 40 years that sucker's been going. Right here is a little teeny offside casino, one of the cheapest ones in the city. This one, it used to be called Westward Ho, and that one used to have pickle coffee. So you could get a big footlong that weighed a pound, and the footlong was $1 or 50 cents, and then a cup of coffee costs a nickel. So that's the type of quality you got. So, and then right here, a lot of movies have been at the Pepper Mill. The Pepper Mill is a super tits out and righteous diner. Lots of playboys go there. Lots of working girls in the morning go. So you'll see them there. I've dropped off many times there, driving cab, driving Uber. And then, of course, like I mentioned, the Wynn and Encore. These are the highest end hotels in the city. The Wynn and Encore, these big towers. Then you got Palazzo, which is Sheldon Adelson, and that's Sands Corporation. Sheldon Adelson is the richest billionaire in Las Vegas. He's got about $30 billion. And Sheldon Adelson got into the casino gaming industries in the 80s. And he's one of the guys that punched through and became a billionaire. And a lot of people said, Sheldon, you're going to put your money in the wrong place. You don't know what you're doing. You're gambling with big casinos that you shouldn't. And he goes, oh, okay, so I'll do it. You said I can't, and I have the money, I'm going to do it. So he doubled up. Then he doubled up. Then he doubled up. And now the silly, resilient old coot's about 85 years old. He's worth a little over $30 billion. And he is the #1 man in Las Vegas. He is the richest guy at $30 billion. Steve Wynn is about $5 billion. And Sheldon Adelson, that owns the Palazzo and the Sands Convention Center, he's at about $30 billion. Coming up on one of the highest grossing malls, up the Beach and Encore Club. This is one of the biggest beach clubs in the world. It costs $100 for men to get in, about $30 for women, and they do tremendous liquor. Truly unbelievable what they do there. Coming on up Fashion Show Mall. The Fashion Show Mall is truly sensational. This is one of the highest grossing malls in the United States. The Fashion Show Mall has all the name brand stores, but it's not quite as high end as the malls in the Wynn and Encore. So the Wynn and Encore actually still have higher end products. The Palazzo has some very high end it has very high end memorabilia. And coming up on the TI Treasure Island. Treasure Island is one of Steve Wynn's works. Basically, he said there's this mirage in the desert, and let's create this wonderful, profound waterworks. So he created this pirate-themed treasure place, and he made so much money, he peaked it out. He said, you know what, let's ditch this sucker, let's capitalize on all the money, and let's put the money into something bigger and better. So what did he do? He went right on ahead and he did the Mirage. The Mirage is the home of Siegfried's and Roy. Siegfried and Roy are one of the highest grossing magic entertainers in the world. At one time, they were making about $100 million a year here at the Mirage, and Steve Wynn was paying them. And they used to have a dolphin display right here in the front. You'll see all this waterworks. They actually had a whole dolphin works there where you could pet and play with the dolphins. And they also have a lion exhibit in the back. And that's the Siegfried and Roy lion exhibit that they still have. Coming up on Harrah's. This is a large strip property. This is like a middle end kind of property. The gaming is just okay. You have some good shows that are here periodically. One of the great shows that was here, I don't know if he's still doing it, but that's, his name is Mac King. And Mac King is the best comedy magician for the afternoon. He will make you wet your pants. He's unbelievably hilarious. And Mac is a real big part of the magic community out here. He goes to a lot of the magic meetups. If you're in the magic club, everyone's seen Mac King. We got Caesar's Palace, big time Playboy hotshot. Evel Knievel jumped the Caesar's fountains at one time. And now you have Travis Pastrana jump the Caesar's fountains. And Caesar's has a lot of great history. He has one of the most well-known close-up magicians who used to work there, Jimmy Grippo. You can look up Jimmy Grippo online. You can see him. He's a card magician that used to do magic there in the Bacchanal. And you got the Flamingo, is a very famous one, started by Bugsy Siegel. The Flamingo started in the 60s, I believe. And you got Bally's. That's a super big casino that a lot of people are aware of. Coming up here, you have the Bellagio, and the Bellagio is really, really cool. That's the most well-known fountain in the world, and the Bellagio has geysers that shoot up about 200-300 feet high. You got the Paris. The Paris has a half size of the original Eiffel Tower. So you'll see the Eiffel Tower back there. That is a half size version of the real Eiffel Tower. And then you have this kind of somewhat contemporary casino called Hollywood. And the Planet Hollywood is known for a lot of trending artists. You had Britney Spears, a lot of that kind of, you know, that cute, what would you call it? Contemporary music, electronic music. They love that stuff there. Here in the Aria, this is one of the biggest poker casinos you'll see at the Aria. And the Aria is really cool. The Aria is known for a lot of trending stuff. A lot of younger people go to the Aria and the Cosmopolitan. The Crystals here is one of the highest end shops in the world for super high end. Louis Vuitton, Tom Ford, Tiffany Kosk, and a lot of the Dolce Gabbana, and a lot of super high end stuff. A lot of cheap stuff over here. This is all just kind of subpar knick-knack stuff. Coming up on New York, New York. This is a real family place. A lot of families go to New York, New York. It's very cool. It's kind of trendy, and it's got that mystique about it. That's it's very heavily themed. People love the New York, New York. MGM is a very big staple of Las Vegas. A lot of people love MGM, and they do tremendous money on boxing events. So MGM is a real go-getter for the boxing. They make tremendous money, big-time Playboy, hotshot, Floyd Money Mayweather made a lot of money at MGM. Just make sure if you see Floyd, make sure you call him by the right name. And his right name is Floyd Money Mayweather. So don't forget the money. He wants to be known for that, and he's earned it. He beat the living shit out of about, I think, 40 fighters, undefeated. And, I mean, when you have that type of record, he's got all the money. But not as much as Sheldon Adelson. And we got the Tropicana. The Tropicana is a really, really cool hotel. Kind of trendy. It's gone down a little bit. It's a lot cheaper now, the Tropicana. Excalibur is a good cheapie, where a lot of people like that one. They come with families and stuff like that. They have a really cool jousting display where they joust people with horses and all kinds of stuff. Really, really cool to check out that one. The Luxor is a very well-known, famous hotel made famous by big-time hotshot Chris Angel. Chris Angel is a trending TV magician, and Chris went from television to doing magic in casinos. And Chris is really, I would say he's probably the most well-known magician now from television, and he's now at the Planet Hollywood. So if you love the new trending stuff, check out Chris Angel at Planet Hollywood. Mandalay Bay, very well-known casino. They do a tremendous, you could say, convention centers. The convention works are truly astounding how many people come and go there. The numbers are paralyzing. The amount of people from all over the world, France, Italy, Spain, New Zealand, Canada, Mexico, Portugal, Vietnam, Japan, they all come there and they end up there. And the numbers are amazing. If you've driven cab, you know how much numbers go through that casino. This is some of their convention centers. Truly unreal how much conventions they do. And squirting up here on the left, you got a private portion of the airport. This is where a lot of the big-time playboys, billionaires get dropped off. They're going to come in. They're going to come in through the private airports. Have a friend that he flies there, and he's flew for all the big-time hot shots. An old-time buddy. He's a funny guy, but he always tells me the stories of the shenanigans and that stuff. Squirting up here. We're coming up on some big shopping malls coming up. And then we're going to be hitting the South Point Casino. The South Point's a pretty well-known casino in town, and you're going to be seeing Town Square. Man, that's just about the guts of the strip, and at the end of the strip you got the M Casino, which is pretty cool, and that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not a whole lot more here. We went past the Four Seasons, which is a cool hotel, pretty high-end. If you have any questions about the strip or about cars or anything, I love helping people, and if I can ever help you with your car to take better care of it, let me know. If you enjoy this content, definitely give it a thumbs up and share it with someone. They can experience the strip with some pretty pants down action, because hey, there's no people here to get in your way, so it's really cool to see it. We can drive it pretty non-stop. We're going to be going past the Welcome to Las Vegas sign in a second. I'm going to show you that. And that's going to be the end of the video. So definitely share this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this channel with someone that needs help with their car. They'll really, really thank you for it. My name's Eben, and this is what I do. I love to do it. I'm a full-time YouTuber, or should I say YouLubher. What I do is I lube up cars. And sometimes I use just 2-finger. You know, you got to lube up your oil filters and stuff like that. And that's why in the channel we say cheers to protection, protection, protection. And also we say the wetter the better, you know. Because if it ain't wet, it ain't protected. And if it ain't protected, it ain't wet. That's why the wetter the better. So coming up right here, you're going to see the Welcome to Las Vegas sign. And I'll show you that here. And there she is. So I'll slow down a little bit so you can see it. So it says, come back soon. There it is, drive carefully, come back soon. And even though we got no one in town, we still got a line. There's people still getting in line to get a picture with the Las Vegas sign. All right, well, here's the McCarran Airport. There's the main airport. We're going to be signing out from sunny Las Vegas. Today it's 90 degrees out. And we will see you back next time on synthetic oil protection. Cheers to protection, protection, protection. Definitely like, share this video, subscribe, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. We'll see ya. Cheers to protection. We'll see you guys.